Welcome back to Edwin Recapped. Today we gonna explain a drama and romance movie called Brownian Movement. Warning: spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The film begins in a furnished apartment, where we see a woman named Charlotte, who has come to see an apartment, and she likes the apartment so much that she takes it on rent. After taking the rent, she gets ready and goes to school to pick up her son. After reaching the school, Charlotte sees that her son named Benjamin is taking a bath. She waits there for a while and comes home with her son. At night, Charlotte tells a story to her son. Benjamin wants to hear another story, but she puts him to sleep. The next morning, we see Charlotte's husband named Max. They talk a few words and begin their morning routine workout, as happy couples do. After that, she goes to work and we learn that Charlotte is a doctor. She goes to the hospital to see the patients. There she sees a patient who has a lot of hair on his body. Charlotte wants to know more about hair. So, Charlotte gets intimate with that patient in the flat, which she had rented at the beginning of the movie. After that, Charlotte goes to give a lecture in a college. The next day, a new patient comes to Charlotte and she seduces him. Then she takes that patient to her apartment and they both have fun. It was a daily thing for Charlotte to get intimate with the patient every day. She takes her patient to the apartment and gets intimate with them. Charlotte also does this every day with her husband, but she doesn't enjoy the pleasure she gets with her patients. She also manages their marriage life very well and hides her secret from Max, who loves Charlotte very much. On weekends, he also takes her to a beach for a walk, and then the next day, Charlotte has fun with an old patient. She was also supposed to attend the parent-teacher meeting on the same day, but she is late and when she reaches the parent-teacher meeting, Max is already there. In the evening, Max asks Charlotte if everything is fine, to which Charlotte says that everything is okay and she has no problem. Then the next day Charlotte goes to the construction site to meet her husband. Max tells her that he has come early because he has to finish the work. Charlotte tells him that by then she has come to see the building from the inside, so she starts walking around the building. Moments later, she sees a worker there, with whom she had fun in her apartment. The worker recognizes her and asks if she has forgotten him. Seeing the worker, Charlotte panics and starts screaming. The worker tries to calm her down, but Charlotte punches him in the face. The worker falls down. As the worker wakes up, Charlotte gives him another punch, and then she herself faints there. The next day, we see Charlotte unconscious in the hospital with Max sitting beside her. A few hours later, Charlotte regains consciousness and a few days pass like this. Because of that accident, Max had also come to know that Charlotte was intimate with his patient. Then, to save their relationship, Charlotte started going to a psychiatrist. Charlotte tells her psychiatrist that their relationship is not good and that Max doesn't trust her at all. A few days later, Charlotte goes to the psychiatrist with Max for therapy. The psychiatrist asks Charlotte what she thinks about Max. She tells her that Max is a very good husband. He is very handsome and attractive. They know each other very well and Max takes care of her. Then the psychiatrist asks her if she can tell the difference between Max and her patient. Charlotte says that her patient and Max have nothing in common. She likes to touch Max but not the patient. Also, she feels different. Max asks Charlotte when did she rent that room, and if is she with her patient every day. Charlotte doesn't say anything, and she keeps calm. The next day, Charlotte talks about a man who has a lot of hair on his body. Charlotte explains that after being intimate, she can't remember the patient's face properly. All she remembers was that a man's nails were strange. After hearing that a man had a lot of hair on his body, the psychiatrist asks Charlotte, "Why did you choose your patient after all, which had some flaws?" Charlotte says that I should not answer this or else her relationship with Max will get worse. After this, Charlotte sits outside a building and starts laughing as she sees the plane going over he. We come to know that Charlotte is a mental patient. After which, we see Charlotte in the court where her trial was going on. Because of this, a case was also done on her. But even after this, Charlotte did not have the slightest remorse for her actions. When the court sees Charlotte, the court thinks that Charlotte's mental state is not good. Charlotte is fired from the doctor's job and her medical license is also cancelled. Max knows that Charlotte's mental state is not good, so he decides to give her one more chance. 2 years later, we come to know that the couple is shifted to India, and they have twin children with them. The relationship between Max and Charlotte also starts improving and Charlotte is also slowly recovering. Then one day, she comes to the construction site to meet Max. There he sees Charlotte talking to a worker. He starts suspecting her that she has started having fun with someone else again, but he decides not to talk to Charlotte about this. Now there is no work due to the loss of a job, so she gets bored at home. After a few days, she goes to the construction site, but that building was completed. The watchman tells her that the work is over and now there is no one here. Charlotte asks the watchman for permission if she can see the building from inside. The watchman gives her permission to see the building. Charlotte starts walking on the roof of the building. When Max comes home, he learns that Charlotte is not at home. He asks the housemaid about it. She says that Charlotte has gone out. Then Max asks maid if she goes out every day. Maid says yes, she goes out every day. Hearing all this, Max begins to doubt Charlotte even more. That night, Max and Charlotte are having fun and Charlotte closes her eyes. Seeing all this, Max gets very angry and comes out. The next day, Charlotte goes to the rooftop of the same building and sleeps there, which makes her feel very good. The next day, when she leaves the house, Max follows her. Then he goes to the roof of the building looking for her. He regrets seeing her sitting alone in a corner. He suspects Charlotte has started being intimate with someone else again, but she is alone. Seeing Charlotte in this condition, Max leaves from there. That night, Max doesn't even sleep properly and the next day Charlotte teaches her son to play piano and Max plays with his twin kids. At night, Max goes to Charlotte and hugs her lovingly. The next day, the family is going on a trip, and Charlotte enjoys the trip a lot. Now the relationship between Max and Charlotte has improved and Max is happy that he can trust Charlotte as before. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.